Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aiden, with my co-host, Colby Parks. Today we have a bit of a special guest, Olivia Gyette. Take it away, co-host.
So, Olivia, what's your stance on politics? That's a good hard-hitting question to start.
Both of my parents actually no, my dad is very Republican and my mom is very liberal. And so I sit in the middle. I don't really have a side.
Oh my goodness. The family dinners at their house must be terrible.
No.
Which house?
You're sick, and you said I was the sick one.
Wow, you guys are horrible.
All right, that question was a little too hard-hitting for the first question.
Let's slow it down.
Olivia, what's your real favorite color?
It used to be blue, but now I really like green.
That's not a very creative color. Green is not a creative color.
What's your favorite color that isn't one of the prime colors?
For me, it would have to be Xanadu or Vanda Black.
Mine would have to be puce.
I love Poos.
Maybe like magenta.
Magenta.
Ooh.
It's a little creative
good.
outside
I'd say
the
that's one of,
primary
like, the
I'd say
colors.
that's
colors.
pretty good. That's pretty.
Magenda's like purple.
It's like pink.
Yeah, but it's like
Purple
a
pink.
specific kind of pink. We'll let it slide this one, so
All
we don't
right.
have the whole podcast
All
talking
right,
about
yeah.
colors. Now, Olivia. We have a special guest.
Sidebar, those who pick green as their favorite color seem to be geniuses.
But they're not creative geniuses. They are not creative geniuses.
So, Olivia, what is the best thing you have learned in your English class this year?
Terrible question.
Yeah.
Abysmal question.
It's because she's learned nothing in English.
Yeah, we've only read a few books in AP Lang right now. I think we read Surprised by Joy by C.S. Lewis.
Have you read Asher Lev?
I have. I read it last year.
Oh,
That's a bad book.
that's my favorite
I
book.
thought it was
the worst
good.
What?
That book sucked balls. That book sucked balls.
It was a good book. We had to do like art projects on it.
You know how books are supposed to like go up with action and down and have a resolution? That one was flat the whole way.
There was no climax.
The rising action was I painted a picture. My parents didn't like
My
the
parents
picture.
didn't like it. It was like this. It was like a little bump.
Well, I think it shows like a struggle that he had and like trying to
A struggle with being a loser, maybe. Up top. All right, but no one cares about arts or books or any of that. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this. What do you think of Ian?
Please be as critical as possible.
My mom and Ian's dad worked at Canyon Ranch together like 10 years ago. And so my mom and his dad have been like friends. And they tried to make me and Ian friends when Ian first came to Desert, and I didn't want to be friends with Ian.
Still don't. Let's go.
But
Please keep going.
he's quite an interesting person to be around.
You think he's funny?
Sometimes, yeah.
She's lying. She's lying to our face.
I have driven him home quite a few times.
Good morning.
I'm like his little Uber driver home when he says that his car is broken, even
he
though
pay you?
I don't know if his car. No, I don't
Actually,
know.
homeless bum.
I don't know if his car is broken, to be honest. But right now,
Just using it.
he's driving a really nice Civic.
I've seen that. That's his parents' car.
I think it's his
Makes
uncle's.
sense. So, take your best guess. Was Gracie drunk or high when she crashed her Prius?
That's a good one.
Best guess.
I don't really know the story behind that, so I couldn't be the one
I'll
to
catch
tell
you up. So here's what
I
happened.
think she might just be a driver like that.
So here's what happened. Gracie was on her way to Planet Fitness, to which she had a $5 monthly subscription to.
Oh, I remember. She told us.
She did tell us that.
She told us.
So she's on her way to Planet Fitness. She's like tailgating this real old bat.
No.
And guess what she does? She hits the gas while the old lady is stopped, rams the car in front of her, and then she has the audacity to be like, oh, I didn't really hit it that hard. Her car was all right, and she did not have neck pain afterward.
Oh my god.
Well, she drives a Prius, and Priuses are like the most like, what's it called? Like they do not pass that test when they put the dummies in the car and then they like ram the car into a wall.
Well, long story short, the front part of her car has disappeared.
Exactly.
So, Olivia, would you please explain your gambling addiction to our listeners?
My gambling addiction.
Please.
It's a tough one. You
Honestly.
can pass if you want to.
If it's
One
Too long.
time, our family had to ban spoons because one of my family members stabbed another person in the hand with. Well, we play with knives. We don't play with spoons, so we play spoons with knives. And my family member stabbed another person at the table with a knife, and he had to go to the hospital. So that was when my gambling days ended.
when the thing she was gambling was her life.
Basically.
Yes. So, Olivia,
You ever stabbed anyone when you weren't playing spoons?
good question.
No, I have not.
Never once. Not a pencil.
Maybe my hand into somebody's side.
You stabbed your hand into someone's side. I didn't know you
I have these
practiced
nails.
karate.
Do you see these nails?
She
Those are-
practices mantis stance karate.
Olivia, what is your favorite television program and why?
Right now, I like on cable though.
Whatever.
Whatever. Whatever.
Currently, I really like Breaking Bad.
Ooh! You like crack?
Or
We were just talking about Breaking
the
Bad.
Netflix show You, like the one about the stalker.
Good show. I'm watching season 3.
We're in a
Silence!
podcast right now.
But if I had to say like overall my favorite television show, it'd probably be like SpongeBob or Scooby Doo.
No taste. No taste at
Olivia's actually the coolest person in the world.
Yeah, what can I
Okay.
say?
So,
all.
oh, please.
then answer me this. What's your favorite podcast?
Oh.
Ever.
I like this podcast that I listened to. Well, first I listened to Emma Chamberlain's podcast. I don't know what it's called.
Who?
It's just this YouTuber.
There must be some underground podcaster that's less relevant than us.
Seriously.
And then I listened to this other podcast that is hosted by a girl.
It does. It does.
No, it's hosted by this girl named Alex Cooper.
But Alex is a boy's name.
It's a girl.
Hey, stop.
I already went to the
Sorry,
They're
we're getting
interrupting
some
our
feedback.
podcast.
We're getting some feedback.
I already went to the basketball thing, so like I'm good.
Ah.
Anyway, it's a podcast that I would not like to disclose the name of because it is not appropriate for the podcast.
You know what? It's JoJo Siwa, isn't she?
No.
It's JoJo Siwa. She's on Dancing with the Stars, isn't she?
She is, and she's with the first girl partner on Dancing with the Stars.
True that.
Colby, my co-host. What would you say our podcast is rated? Is it like E, mature? What is it?
I'm gonna have to say X.
Our podcast is rated X. Well, if
a
it's
bit
rated
risky.
X, then we need to really up the ante.
We do. Please ask Olivia the next question.
What's your favorite alcohol?
Oh.
I like Capri
Oh, she's never had an alcohol.
Oh, she's never had alcohol. That's good. Good.
If you were to have alcohol, hypothetically, what would your favorite hypothetical alcohol be, hypothetically?
Root beer.
Probably like Smirnoff.
Smart off.
Smart off. You're really smarting off to us right now.
Very clever. All right, let's finish it off with one last big question.
Big question.
Aiden, what's the big question that you've been preparing for all day?
Have you heard the good old rock rap where Dwayne The Rock Johnson raps?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna have to give it to
everyone
me.
out there, please listen to the rock rap
That's like
where
an ad.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson raps. That goes to you too, Olivia. You better
Is this
listen
sponsored?
to that. Sponsored by none other than Dwayne himself. Thank you, Dwayne, for the sponsorship.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you,
Is that
Dwayne.
it? Is that the last question?
Well, I believe we should wrap it up. Colby, wrap it up for us.
Olivia, thank you for being a guest on our podcast. Do you have any final words you would like to give our listeners before we sign off?
Where is this podcast being posted to?
SoundCloud.
Ah.
Under Ducks, Hunks,
Hunks and Muffin Chunks.